Other yellow hat guy here, back with another video. And I just want to talk real quick. This is my rambling series, my vlogging series, my This is Boogie 2988 series kind of thing. Long and short, I've been doing some spring cleaning. Yes, spring cleaning in the fall. And why have I been doing that? Well, I've had an issue in my kitchen with some pests, gnats. Now, when I got this house the first year during the summertime, I had some gnats that they just take over everything. It just feels like they know when you're about to eat, so they think they're invited. They're like this little brother or cousin that's just right up on you, or a pet that's just waiting for you to drop food, but they don't just wait for you to drop the food. They jump in your plate. They don't even wait for you to turn away. That's how annoying gnats are. And some of you know what I'm talking about. So, a lot of times you think of gnats and you're like, oh, this person's unclean. And that could be the case. I felt that was the case for me. As embarrassing as it is, that's what I'm choosing to tell you about because it just begat a whole slew of other events for me. That being said, I thought I could get rid of the gnats cheap. YouTube is a source of information. Not everybody puts up, useful stuff. You could say that, I don't. But maybe you could learn something from this video the way that some other videos I learned in relation to the gnat problem helped me out. So let's get into it. I know I'm rambling. This is my rambling series. This is story time. The gnats seem like an easy fix. It's like, okay, so let's figure out where they're coming from. They were coming from my drain. I believe my house, where the septic tank area is, somewhere underneath the house, that's where the problem is. It's causing problems with the flooring. I recently put in a garbage disposal. Recently, as in maybe last year sometime. A roommate and I, we did it and didn't have to pay anyone. These plumbers wanted like $300 to come do it. Yeah. Long and short, the garbage disposal should be fine. There wasn't any fruits or vegetables that caused it to, have an infestation or whatever. I couldn't figure it out. It seemed like last year they went away on their own because it got cold, and this year they didn't. It started getting cold, and what I didn't realize was when I was making these Blue Apron videos, there's a piece of corn on the cob that I forgot I had cooked, and I had every intention to take it out from the oven and put it in the fridge, and I just forgot it. Going out, eating out, just never went back to use the oven. I do a lot of cooking with a grill and with a crock pot and on the stove, but in the oven, seldom. And I just completely forgot that corn and cob was in there. So while they're coming in through the drain, and I thought I isolated that, they were having a party in the oven. My refrigerator had a small crevice from where a metal bracket was missing. I had to put some tape around that because the gnats, while trying to get into the stove, which is right next to the kitchen, get into the oven, which is right next to the kitchen, would find their way into my refrigerator. Nothing more annoying than that. Now, they can't survive in that temperature, but just knowing that they're in there, you don't know what they're touching, and you got to make sure everything's covered up. And even then, who knows? So that's just frustrating. It's annoying. Lots of dishes that I had to just rewash. And finally, I just read up on YouTube, looked on YouTube at some videos, and it's like, hey, use some ammonia if you're not going to get, the pest control guys out here. Get some ammonia out here, and the apple cider vinegar with a little dab of dish detergent. That helps, but what really helps is if you move the dish detergent, the little jar or whatever with the apple cider vinegar away from the source. Because yes, they're going to come to it because that's where they're coming from, but that's not really getting them away from the source. It's like, oh, hey, this is here. Let's just keep going. It's like if you had your refrigerator right at the door of your house. It's like, all right, well, I was coming for this anyway. Thanks for saving me the trip. That's how the gnats look at it. So they didn't get anywhere else in the house, really, just the kitchen. So that led me to believe that, hey, it's the drain. That's what's going on. But it wasn't for maybe a couple weeks after those Blue Apron videos that I opened the stove, and my God, it was like a club party in there. Just, I can't even describe to you how many was in there, but all I could do was close the oven, set it to 450 degrees, and incinerate all of them. And see, I wouldn't have even gone that far with it because of what happened last year. I would have just dealt with it, even though internally I wanted to kill them all. I've just been too busy to deal with it. Too cheap to pay anybody. But cleaning up another cabinet, I saw what appeared to be mouse droppings, and that just put me on DEFCON 5. And I just cleaned up everything, but cleaning up the entire house. So I say all that to say I did not find a mouse, no mice, but upon looking at cleaning, it led me to minimalism. And yes, I'm becoming a minimalist. So story time, what it's like to be a minimalist. I don't know if I can classify myself as that yet. I mean, you look around and you see all this, and it's still like, I'm hoarding, right? Game systems and all that stuff, all over the place. And, that's a fair assumption. But other than this room, I've really been downsizing a lot of things. And I've been downsizing stuff in this place too. Lots of old boxes. A lot of us collectors, gamers, we like to keep the original boxes as if that's worth stuff, and I get it. But I'm at the point now where I'm like, if I'm not using it, we all have the intent to use stuff. But if you're really not going to use it and it's just there waiting for some day, just get rid of it. Just, life's too short. You're not going to have enough time to really even mess with any of those things. I barely have enough time as it is to play video games like I want to. Because of this channel and you guys help, it motivates me to play some more. But at the same time, that motivation comes with trying to entertain. And I've already argued about that and vented about that in other videos. But you get it. It's not the same as just playing a game by yourself to enjoy it without having to have something to say every 30 seconds to a minute. So that being said, it's major cleaning. I'm happy. I'm content. I feel a lot of energy when you have, less is more. That's what it is. Less is more. And this is an instance where it is. The less you have to work with, the more time you have to appreciate, what you've got. And or did a lot of reorganizing to make sure that everything was in its place. Noticed some stuff went missing. Some people stole some stuff from me, but at the same time, some stuff I forgot I had, I was able to recover and find. I had a PS2 Slim that I forgot I had in my garage somewhere. It wasn't working. I looked up a video on YouTube, and sure enough, it was a little piece of tape that needed to be where one of the sensors was. And now my PS2 Slim is working, so I'm having fun with that, cleaning up my office, got that together. My bedroom just looks like an actual bedroom should for the most part. A lot of clutter just removed, and, cleanliness is next to godliness, or what have you. I just feel really good, so I just wanted to update you on that. This was an opportunity, again. Hadn't made a video in a little bit. If you haven't checked it out, check out my Patreon. I've updated the tiers. Thank you again for all of you who have participated. Kari Popawell, Phil Salzar, Eric Pittman, thank you if you're watching. I know some of you support the channel just off the strength of our friendship. I appreciate that. That being said, I'm going to wrap this up, and I will see you in the next video.